Good evening and welcome to the Plymouth Coliseum once again for another Tuesday night of Speedway hosted by the Gladiators TV. My name's Gareth Bemister and we are here this evening for another championship match. The Plymouth Gladiators this evening play host to the Berwick Bandits. Now the Gladiators have been in sensational form at home at the moment. It's been an absolute pleasure to come and watch them here at this circuit. They've had win after win after win, so many riders in such great form. Several riders to look out for this evening. The usuals, of course, are in place. Hans Andersen, the captain, Alfie BOWTELL, who's been going well, Ben Barker, Michael Palm Toft, the usual riders. But there have been some changes to the Gladiators, and it'll be very interesting to see how that pans out this evening. Right at top, we are still using the guest at the moment, and this evening it will be Erik Riss who is in place of Edward Kennett this evening. It'll be interesting to see how Erik gets on this evening. And we've got Ben Morley, who comes in at reserve on a more full-time basis for the Gladiators. He's been flying over the last 2 weeks. Of course, those of you that joined the British Speedway Network last week when Oxford were down here would have seen just how well Ben Morley is going here at the Coliseum. But this Bandit side, they are currently 5th in the league. They are going to cause problems for the Gladiators for sure this evening. And no doubt their number one, Chris Bomber Harris, who's been riding at guest for the Gladiators, of course, is going to cause some problems for the home team this evening. Straight through the team, they've got plenty of talent, and they've got a couple of guests of their own as well trying to make an impression for this Berwick Bandits team. It's a close affair. They're 4th and 5th in the league. There's plenty of racing to be done. Now, just before we came here this evening, the heavens opened above us, and it rained quite heavily. You just never know with Speedway what that's going to do. It looks like it's dried out now. We've got our fingers crossed that it's going to stay dry. But obviously this circuit does dry very quickly anyway, and Mark and the team will be right on top of it. If you are joining us this evening online, of course, we are an online service. Things may go wrong with the online service. If they do, just refresh your page, try one of the other 3 players, and you should be fine. If there are any problems, of course, make sure you do those things first, and I'm sure you'll be back online no time at all. So, this evening, we've got some brilliant racing to look forward to. I can't wait to see how it goes. Dan's down in the pits already. He's going to find out what some of these people that are involved in tonight's meeting are thinking about at this point.
Thanks, Gareth. Well, joined here in the pits now by new Gladiator signing Ben Morley. Ben, you've been here as a guest before, but your first match as official Gladiator, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good, mate, to be fair. Like I said, I've had a good couple of meetings here, and yeah, as soon as I got the call, I was really happy to be signed and hopefully push on to what I've been doing the last few weeks.
Racing with your team partner at the Kent Royals, obviously Alfie as well, but happy to be riding with him?
He done me a massive favour today. My van broke down on the way here, and luckily he doesn't live too far and he comes the same way. And yeah, managed to throw a bike into his van and get down here, so yeah, I appreciate him.
Of course, Berwick here tonight, 2 contrasting tracks. You can probably fit Plymouth twice over in that track, can't you? Yeah,
mate, I mean, there's a good bunch of guys here. I mean, ever since even just guesting, they've been really good to me, so yeah, Berwick here today, bit of a different track to their home track, so yeah, but you know, we need to make starts tonight and yeah, push on from there. 2
paid 9 and paid 10 scores when you've been here. Of course, we've had some rain earlier, which was with deluge the track, but the boys getting everything ready to go for. Has it ever put off at all, like track conditions wise?
No, not really. I mean, the track's gonna be a bit different. But you know, we'll do track walk and then we'll have a chat about it, and then yeah. But you know, we should be all right, hopefully.
We wish you all the best, Ben, and good luck for tonight.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Okay, joined in the pits now by visiting rider Ricky Wells. Ricky, a former Plymouth rider yourself, ridden here for a couple of seasons. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I did 6 months here, I think, a few years ago. So didn't do a full season here, but yeah, cool little track. I've always found it all right. It's small and you know, pretty tight, like the ones back home in America. But I haven't ridden those for a long time now. So we'll see how tonight goes.
Berwick missing a couple of your riders tonight, missing Ty Proctor, again a former rider who rode down here as well, and also I think it's, who else is missing? I can't remember who else is missing.
Leon Flint's missing, Giant Flint is missing. Yeah, tough, it's hard with injuries at the moment, so yeah, pretty unlucky really. Reason we lost at home on Saturday was because Reggie got hurt, but you know, we have to move on from that, and we got some good guests tonight. I think Kye will do a good job, and one of the Thompson boys, I'm not sure which one it is, I get mixed up with them, but no, it should be a pretty close meeting.
Having Chris Harris as number 1, of course, he's guested here once before, and he was digging it in the dirt on the outside, high, wide and handsome. Difficult track tonight, obviously with the rain coming in. made the track a bit difficult, but just prepping the track now. So how are you feeling for that?
Yeah, I haven't really looked at the track so far. It looks a bit wet, but we'll see how it goes.
Awesome. Best of luck tonight, Ricky, and we'll catch you later.
Thank you.
So let's have a look at the team lineups for this evening. For the Plymouth Gladiators, guesting at number 1 this evening will be the World Long Track Champion, of course, Erik Riss. Alfie BOWTELL will be in at number 2 after a brilliant performance at Haywood at the weekend. Ben Barker comes in at number 3. Number 4 will be Michael Palm Toft. The captain Hans Andersen at number 5. Harry McGURK comes in at reserve number 6. And the very impressive reserve Ben Morley at number 7. Team manager, of course, will be Garry May. And for the visitors, the Berwick Bandits at number 1, somebody who's done plenty of laps here at the Coliseum already. Chris Bomber Harris is the captain for the Bandits. Rider replacement will be in place at number 2. Theo PIJPER will be riding at number 3 for the Bandits. Kye THOMSON will be guesting at 4. Ricky Wells, another rider who's done plenty of laps here at the Coliseum, he will be at number 5. Dan Thompson will be guesting at reserve number 6. And Kyle Bickley will be number 7 for the Berwick Bandits. Team manager for this evening for the Bandits, of course, Gary Flint. So the coin toss taking place. That could be crucial given how much rain's fallen here. So the Bandits will take 2 and 4 to start the meeting. So we looked at gate 1, and gate 1 does look absolutely disastrous at the moment. There's a lot of water on the inside, so it's probably a no-brainer for Bomber to take 2 and 4, and I think that gate 1 could be quite troublesome. So here are the lineups now being presented to the crowd, and Chris Bomber Harris, of course, there's no rider in 2 this evening. So we will be having rider replacement this evening in number 2. Number 3 there is Theo PIJPER with his son Ace next to him there as well. Kye THOMSON comes in at guest for the Berwick Bandits, and he's another rider that could cause some problems. There's a lot of unknowns this evening, and we've mentioned Ricky Wells already, a great rider around here. And Dan Thompson, who was last time Dan Thompson was riding down here, he was riding for the Leicester Lion Cubs, and it was wet that evening as well. So Kyle Bickley, one of the hot prospects for the future, riding for the Berwick Bandits. So the Gladiators, Erik Riss at number 1 this evening. The guest, Alfie BOWTELL. He did another brilliant race meeting on Sunday at Haywood, another 15-point maximum, took another 0.4 seconds off of his track record. And Ben Barker riding Ipswich yesterday on the telly. Michael Palm Toft has been going well as well this season, of course. This man has done a real captain's job so far this season, Hans Andersen. Harry McGURK comes in, new signing of course at reserve. Be interesting to see how well he goes. He raced for the Colts down here a few weeks ago. And this man, Ben Morley, who has been a revelation really. Here's the official Heat 1. So Alfie BOWTELL in Gate 1. This time Kye THOMSON is the rider replacement in Gate 2. Gate 3 will be Erik Riss and Chris Harris on the outside in Gate 4. So I think we've probably between us confused everybody there, Dan, but
it's
thankfully...
mainly me more than everyone else.
I'm not sure about that. I think I was confused as well. So it's Alfie BOWTELL coming off of 1. So
yes.
Yeah, it will be tricky for Alfie off of Gate 1, but he's in great form.
So it just shows that anything's possible in this sport. Nothing's ever scripted, really, is it?
No, and you never know with Alfie. I mean, he's been going very well down here at this circuit, and we look forward to seeing him off of Gate 1 here, but elsewhere he's really been struggling, and he's trying his best to overcome that at the moment, and we'll have to see how Alfie gets on with that really here. But here he is off of Gate 1, and we'll see how he gets on. He's of course got Kye THOMSON right next to him there in Gate 2, the guest for the Bandits. So we'll see how this Heat 1 comes out here. Can the Bandits strike early here? Tapes up and away they go, and Erik Riss has made a fabulous start off of gate number 3. He leads around the turn, and he's got Chris Harris on his shoulder as they go down that back straight. So Chris Harris slots into that second place at the moment, and it's a 4-2 at the moment for the Gladiators.
Great start from Riss there for gate number 3. Made the start really well for Chris Harris. Battle for third now as Alfie BOWTELL currently in third place with Kye at the back. But yeah, Erik Riss made that fantastic start from gate 3. He's got Harris right on his tail now. It'll take a couple of rides for the riders to get used to this track now, because it has been raining quite heavily. But Riss has got it sewn up really for the first lap. All depends what Harris is doing in the later stages. They're coming through to the last lap.
Yeah, Erik Riss got things under control here, that's for sure. Chris Harris in that second place, looking good. There's a lot of material on the machines. There is an awful lot of wet on the circuit still, but they're riding it as though it's dry. And Erik Riss takes a great first ride. That'll be great for the confidence. Bomber Harris in that second place. Alfie BOWTELL third. That means it's a 4-2 for the Gladiators. And it is first blood to the Plymouth West Colour Gladiators, and they'll be pleased with that start. Great start for Erik Riss as well, the guest for the Gladiators. A real tone-setting performance there from the German. And around he comes to get the applause from the crowd. And the Heat 1 result then, Erik Riss in red, 3 points to him. Chris Harris, 2 points, and 2 points to Chris Harris in white. 1 point to Alfie BOWTELL in blue, and no score for Kye THOMSON in yellow. 50.69 is the time, so it is fast out there at the moment, not far off the track record. So out of gate 1 for the Bandits will be Dan Thompson. Gate 2 will be Harry McGURK. Let's see how he gets on. Gate 3 will be Kyle Bickley in yellow, and off the outside Ben Morley in blue. They are up against a couple of good riders here as well, so they've got a bit of a challenge ahead of them, but they've got to try and maintain this early lead set by the Gladiators. So here they come to the tapes, getting ready for heat number 2. So tapes up on heat number 2, and it's an even start, but off the inside it's Dan Thompson. Round the outside goes Ben Morley. A great ride by Morley round the outside. He sweeps round Dan Thompson in bend number 2, and he's now leading the race, so it's looking good for Ben Morley.
Great ride there from Ben at gate 4. Originally Thompson made the trap, but Ben just got across it. It's very close on the back straight between them two out in front. Meanwhile, you got Bickley in third, McGURK in fourth. It'll take a couple times for McGURK to get used to the track now, but Ben Morley there using his experience as a guest a few times before. It's very one-liner at the moment. Hopefully the group will get onto the start and finish light, but at the moment Ben Morley kind of looking comfortable.
Yeah, he's looking good here on the inside, but Dan Thompson does look fast in that second place. But as you alluded to, Dan, there's no room up the inside at the moment. Keeping my eye on the back as well, because Harry McGurk's getting quicker with every lap, which is only good news for the Gladiators. But it will be a 3-all in heat 2. But once again, a perfect performance by Ben Morley, and he just carries on, marching on here in Gladiators colours. Brilliant ride from Ben Morley there. He's got to be pleased with that. Good crowd on the Colin Hill stand. They are pleased with seeing their man doing so well. So 3-all this time. Harry McGURK did look like he was getting quicker and quicker as the race went on, but there really is only one racing line at the moment. I'm sure that the track staff will be on soon to do something about that. So heat 2 result, Ben Morley in blue. He takes the win, and it's 3 points to him and for the Gladiators. 2 for Dan Thompson in white, 1 point for Kyle Bickley in yellow, and no score for Harry McGURK in red. 52.93 was the time for Ben Morley, 52.93. Honours shared in this race, which brings us to 7-5 overall after 2 heats. And we await heat number 3. But here is your lineup for heat number 3. Off the inside in gate 1, Michael Palm Toft. And Theo PIJPER is off of gate 2 in white. Ben Barker in gate 3 in red, and off the outside, second time out, Kye THOMSON in yellow. So focused in on that gate 1, or it was focused in on that gate 1, and you could see it was a little bit lumpy already. So they're being called into line for this heat number 3. This could be a close one, because we've got a formidable Gladiators pairing up against Theo PIJPER, and a rider who's already had experience in Kye THOMSON. So away we go, and Palm Toft does get away okay in that inside, but Ben Barker has flown off the traps in gate 3, and he is away and dry already, with Theo PIJPER chasing him down in second. Kye THOMSON's got himself into that third, but he's got somebody right up the inside of him.
Ben Barker made a fantastic start from that great position. Palm Toft made the start but got squeezed out, and he's tailed up at the back at the moment. Looks like Kye THOMSON trying to find an outsider line, surprisingly, but Ben Barker there looking ever so smooth out in front. As I say that, he almost loses control. Steady on, Ben, steady on, mate. But yeah, Ben's looking, he's winning by postcode in this race, and yeah, and another 3-all by the looks of it.
Yeah, it's looking comfortable here, and again the conditions I think playing into that a little bit. Ben Barker though, he made a fabulous start. He went round the first 2 corners very, very quickly. Palm Toft looking a little bit slow at the back. I think he's got a problem at the back. Great win for Ben Barker though, a good win for him. A 3-all though in the match between the Gladiators and the Bandits there. And Theo PIJPER couldn't make any impression really on the early lead that Ben Barker managed to establish. He really did fly out the gate and then just dominated the race from there. We have only got this one dry line at the moment up the inside, so hopefully that will change as the evening goes on. I'm sure it will. But people will be pleased to see Ben Barker winning once again. When he's on this sort of form, it usually means good things for the Gladiators. And he is going to be pleased with that start. You can see that he's pleased with that start. takes the machine back into the pits. So the Heat 3 result in red, Ben Barker, 3 points to him. Theo PIJPER, 2 points in white. 1 point to Kye Thompson in yellow, and no score for Michael Palm Toft, who looked like he was suffering with a mechanical problem at the end of that race. Here they are then. Gate 1 is Ben Morley off the inside. Kyle Bickley off gate 2 in yellow. Hans Andersen will be off gate 3 in red, and Ricky Wells off the outside in yellow. And but what can Bickley and Ricky Wells do about it here? The American off the outside, who's ridden very well here in the past. He'll be looking forward to getting back round this Coliseum circuit.
They'll be happy for a 3-all, I think. They'll be happy for a 3-all, but who knows what's going to happen?
So tapes up and away they go, and it's a good start by Hans Andersen off the middle of the track. Ricky Wells is trying to go around the outside. He runs out of room as he comes around bend 2. Hans Andersen settles in the front then, and it's a 4-2 at the moment for the Gladiators, because in that third place is Ben Morley.
Yeah, cracking right there from Hans out of sight, losing his liver control in that first corner. Ricky tried the outside line in that start, but there was just no grip there. Hans sort of moved out wide and took that position away from Ricky Wells. And almost Ben's come across on the last corner there, which brings through Kyle Bickley for a 3-all. But Ben will certainly catch up, but it's still very, very tricky out there as it comes to the yellow flag.
That's a real shame, because Ben Morley had that point there, and that would have been a heat advantage, of course. But Hans Andersen doing what he needs to do out in front. Glad to see Ben Morley's back on the machine. He's hunting down Kyle Bickley now in that fourth, but we are very spread out now in this heat number 4. A solid win for Hans Andersen. Good win for him. 3-all once again between the Gladiators and the Bandits, and it's very tight after the first 4 heats. Big shame for Ben Morley, who got into a right tank slapper in the middle of the bend 3 and 4. But another win at the Coliseum for Hans Andersen to add to his season's tally. As you can see on your screens, Heat 4 result, a win in red for Hans Andersen. 3 points to him. 2 points in white to Ricky Wells. 1 point for Kyle Bickley in yellow, and the unfortunate Ben Morley with that incident. No score for him in blue. 52.10 is the time. 3-all Gladiators and Bandits, and it's now 13-11 between the Plymouth West Colour Gladiators and the Berwick Bandits, and we are very tight at the moment. So Heat 5 off the inside, we've got rider replacement Theo PIJPER this time in yellow. Gate 2 Ben Barker in red, in yellow, in white is Chris Harris, and off the outside in blue is Michael Palm Toft for the West Colour Gladiators. So Palm Toft, Harris, Barker and PIJPER. This is a sensational lineup here.
Let's see what happens. As I said, it's Barker versus Harris, blockbuster. For those that are watching the stream, get ready. This could be quite an entertaining one.
It certainly could. We've got Cornwall versus the rest of the world here in this one. So we'll wait and see how it goes as they get ready for heat number 5. Tapes up, and it's an even start from 2, 3 and 4, but emerging is Ben Barker. He leads, and Chris Harris is right there on his tail as they go down that back straight. Palm Toft's got himself in front of Theo PIJPER for that third place, but a great start from Ben Barker.
4-2 at the moment for the Gladiators. Ben Barker now, he's going wider. You can see Barker's going wider. He knows where there's grip on this track when no one else is going. Harris is being left for dead in this heat number 5, but Barker, that's going to be his second win of the afternoon. It's good to see Palm Toft there back in third place. Another 4-2 for the Gladiators on extending it once again. But Barker there, he's high, wide and handsome. He's going for it. He knows that where there's grip, and he's taking it.
He is looking awesome in this one. He's got the machine right up in that dirt. He's not worried about that. There's definitely some drive out there now. The other 3 riders have settled down a little bit, but Ben Barker is looking in great form this evening, and that has got to be an ominous result there for the Berwick Bandits, I would suggest, because that was a super 4-2 and a brilliant win for Ben Barker, who looked very convincing for that lead. Much better ride from Palm Toft with that third place as well there. Chris Harris shaking his head in front of us. He's not happy. 3 points for Ben Barker in red. 2 points for Chris Harris in white. Michael Palm Toft, blue, 1 point for him. And Theo PIJPER in yellow, no score for him, as Dan got very excited about. 49.91 is a very quick time. Possibly the quickest we've seen this season, Dan, I think.
Absolutely. I mean, that said, Zane Keller must be breathing a huge sigh of relief, because that was almost a track record run. That was sensational for Ben Barker.
What it means is it's now 17-13 to the Gladiators, and is this the point in the meeting where they begin to stretch their lead? We'll have to wait and see. There's the official lineup of Heat 6. Erik Riss off the inside in gate 1 in red. Ricky Wells off gate 2 in white. Alfie BOWTELL off gate 3 in blue. And Dan Thompson off the outside in gate 4 in yellow for the Berwick Bandits. And Alfie BOWTELL, he's coming off that favoured gate 3 here.
So Erik Riss needs to make a start, and hopefully that BOWTELL's going to be with him when they get to that first corner.
He is having a really good look. The driver is, the starter is pulling them in to line. And Ben Barker's just come up here just after that to have a look at the screen as well to see what he can see. So, here we go with the next heat. Can the Gladiators carry on stretching this lead as the tapes go up? Away they go. It's a good start off of the second gate. This time they've gone very wide. Ricky Wells pushed Alfie BOWTELL very, very wide, and he now leads into the turn 3. A great first turn for Ricky Wells, though. He dominated the first turn.
That was fantastic from Wells. BOWTELL almost came off on that corner. So you see Riss there looking across, seeing it is his team partner. So I think he's going to try and shepherd him round. But Dan Thompson there is right on BOWTELL's tail. But meanwhile, Ricky Wells he's going well, but he's still looking cautious, I must say. But the two Gladiators picking in second. This will do for the Gladiators. This will do for them to keep that advantage.
Yeah, a 3-all will be fine for now, and Alfie BOWTELL's doing what he needs to do to keep Dan Thompson at bay there. But it was a tough first corner for Alfie BOWTELL, getting pushed very, very wide. Good win for Ricky Wells, putting that experience to good use. But it is a 3-all overall, and Ricky Wells, despite winning the race, won't have been able to stretch the or close the advantage that the Plymouth Gladiators have got so far. We just await the heat result. Here is heat 6 result. Ricky Wells in white, he takes the win. 3 points to him, 2 points to Erik Riss in red. Alfie BOWTELL blue, 1 point to him, and Dan Thompson in yellow. 51.43 was the time, and it was honours shared 3-all. And we have got Ben Barker with us very quickly here. And Ben, you were close to the track record.
Yeah, I made a good start. We're trying something new, semi-track really hard, and we're just trying something. I've made 2 really good starts, so we'll try and wind it on a little bit more next time.
Is there more left, is there?
Oh, there's always more left.
Great ride, Ben, and Dan was very excited to see how close you were to the track record as well.
We'll get it once this year. I will break it.
Good lad.
That was sensational, Ben. Well done, mate. Well done.
Off the inside this time will be Theo PIJPER in gate 1 in white. Hans Andersen off gate 2 in red this time. Kye Thompson off that gate 3 in yellow. And Harry McGURK off the outside in gate 4. So 2016 is the score at the moment. There's a 4-point lead in favour of the Plymouth Gladiators at the moment, and they are being called into line. So what can we see this time from Hans Andersen off of gate 2? So tapes up, and it's another picture-perfect start from Hans Andersen as he leads into the turn. He's chased up the inside by Theo PIJPER, who is joined by Kye Thompson, his teammate, in that 3rd place. So honours shared at the moment, and Harry McGURK, though, he's going to plug away at Kye Thompson at the back.
Well, when Hans is in front, he is difficult to pass. And they said, what can we expect? That. He's leading the way now with the Bandits holding 2nd and 3rd. McGURK still finding his feet in this race, but give him time, he will come back stronger. But meanwhile, Hans Andersen's looking so quick now. It's nice to see that actually heat leaders getting dialed in now. Lives really on that last corner.
Yeah, Hans Andersen, he's looking very, very fast at the moment. He's making the gates, which is what's important. Theo PIJPER did push him in that first corner, but as you can see now, Hans Andersen, he is absolutely home and dry. And Kye Thompson going very wide at the end of this here. Having a look at that outside, Kye Thompson in yellow, probably realising that's not really the place to be at this stage of the meeting. But it's another heat win for Hans Andersen. And not enough, though, to give the Gladiators a lead overall in the heat, because it was a 3-all. Heat 7 then. Hans Andersen in red. 3 points to him. 2 points to Theo PIJPER in white. 1 point to Kye Thompson in yellow. And no score to Harry McGURK in blue, but no doubt precious laps for the reserve. 51.72 is the time. And that takes us to 23.19 as Gladiators hold on to this slender lead here at the Coliseum. Gate 1 is currently being occupied by Kyle Bickley in yellow for the Bandits. Ben Morley will come out of gate 2 in blue. Ricky Wells is the rider replacement in this one after that great heat win earlier on. He's in white, and off the outside is Alfie BOWTELL in red. Yeah, we hope that Alfie can do something here off of gate 4. He's He likes a win, and as they all do, but he's not found one so far this evening, but perhaps this could be the time. He's got a job to do here to keep that American at bay on the inside of him.
Here we go.
So gates up, and it's a much better start off gate 1 this time, but it's Ricky Wells who's got a great lead as he comes off bend 2, and Ben Morley's got himself into that second, so it's a 3-all at the moment. Ricky Wells is there, and they have done what they needed to do. They have kept the rider in yellow out the back.
Well, like I said, Ricky is away and gone, and as I said, you want to limit to a 3-all in this race, which is what the Gladiators have done. But I think BOWTELL was ready at the start there because he wasn't looking down at the magnets, which put him off a little bit. But 3-all, it's all right. You know, it keeps the leader as it is. But Ricky Wells there looking so smooth out in front. You know, he can't be stopped in this race. But like I said, he is going to be his without any fault.
You can see that Ricky Wells is comfortable going around this Coliseum. He's so smooth around this pit corner here. And the riders have got no answer to him. They are spread out once again here. All 4 of them are. It's going to be a win this time once again for Ricky Wells, but a 3-all once again, which keeps this score tight going into the second half of the meeting. Great ride by Ricky Wells, obviously enjoying returning to the Coliseum this evening. Ben Morley did well to make sure that second and third was confirmed for the Gladiators and keep things nice and even. So Ricky Wells, 3 points to him in white. Ben Morley in blue, 2 points for him, 1 point to Alfie BOWTELL in red, and Kyle Bickley, no score in yellow. 51.53 was Ricky's winning time. 3-all Gladiators and Bandits, and that takes us to 26-22 after 8 heats, and that is nice and close. We're joined up here with the captain, Hans Andersen, and Hans, great start for yourself so far, and the team's looking good too.
Yeah, we are. It has been a good start, but unfortunately, I'm saying unfortunately, we would have liked to have been a bit more ahead because they keep, you know, we're not getting heat advantages. We're not running any last places, but the races where we tucked in for second and third, they got a heat winner. So, you know, they're going to push us all the way. It would have, like I said, it would have been nicer to have a bit of a bigger lead at this stage, but you know, a lead is a lead.
A lead is a lead, and you and Ben obviously doing a really good job at the top, but yeah, some of the other riders not quite pulling the points like you guys are at the moment. How do you think that's going to change as we go into the second half of the meeting?
I think you know, all of us are having words and trying to help each other out. Track is a little bit different to normal with all the rain we had. It's a good track. They've done a very good job of getting it raceable, but it is a little bit different to normal. So we are chalking in the pitch, trying to get the boys. This track has always been good if you can get out of start, and that's where we're missing a little bit at the moment.
Yeah, and obviously the new reserves as well. Obviously Ben's done a couple of races down here now, but you must be pleased to know that Ben's down there banging in the points at reserve, and Harry McGURK coming on board as well.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's a team effort, and you know, it doesn't matter if Ben scores a maximum or I score a maximum. You know, it's a team event. We all need to score points to win.
Excellent. Well, thanks for joining us, Hans. Best of luck for the rest of the evening.
Thank you.
Off gate 1 this time, the in-form Ricky Wells, 2 wins so far. He'll be looking for another one off of the inside there in white. Gate 2 is Michael Palm Toft in blue. Gate 3 is Dan Thompson in yellow. And off the outside, Ben Barker. So what can he do for the West Colour Gladiators here this time? The referee, Tony Steele, the world famous Tony Steele up there, of course.
The legend himself.
He's pressing the buttons this evening alongside Matt Weir. So here we go with heat number 9. So away we go, and from the outside, Ben Barker, he doesn't quite get there. It's Ricky Wells that gets there, and now Barker's switched up the inside. Barker's chasing Wells, and he goes through. Great ride by Ben Barker, but he is drifting wide, and Ricky Wells is now coming back at him up the inside, but Barker's away.
Well, fantastic start there from Barker. Had a bit of a nibble at the start there, as I saw him just ever so creeping like slightly, but Ricky Wells, he thought he made the start, but Barker said, thank you very much, up the inside, I'll have some of that, and he's pulling away now. Not as fast as his previous race, I must admit, but he's still pulling away. Palm Toft's in third, so again it's a 4-2 advantage for the Gladiators, which will put the tactical sub-territory in the distance.
Yeah, Ben Barker's looking very convincing here, but Ricky Wells isn't looking convincing here because he's got Michael Palm Toft all over him. He's gone round the outside. A tremendous ride by Michael Palm Toft. He goes right round the outside of Ricky Wells, and it's a 5-1 to the West Colour Gladiators. They take a hold of this meeting by the scruff of their neck with a brilliant ride by Michael Palm Toft as he goes right round the outside of the in-form Ricky Wells. Well, there we go. That is the Gladiators stepping up the gear. Exactly what Hans Andersen was talking about. Now we have got a 5-1 And the Gladiators will start to stretch this lead now. We've seen this time and again here. Ben Barker then in red, 3 points to him, 2 points to Michael Palm-Toft in blue, 1 point to Ricky Wells in white. No score for Dan Thompson in yellow, 51.21 was the time. 5-1 to the Gladiators, which does stretch their lead now. So off the inside will be Kye Thompson in gate 1 in yellow. Alfie BOWTELL is in blue and he is off gate 2, as you can see. Theo PIJPER is gate 3 in white, and Erik Riss, he's off the outside in red in gate number 4. So Erik Riss now making sure that he's got the right start gate. I'm not sure how much that'll affect him actually, Dan. He might be a little bit, might have just knocked him a little bit with his setup or his routine for starting the race.
Yeah, possibly it have, because I think every ride has their own sort of routine, but I don't think it'll affect him that much. He's a quality rider, double long track champion as you alluded to earlier on. So like I said, he can ride anywhere, whether it's gate 1, gate 2, 3 or 4. Like I said, strong race here for the home team with BOWTELL getting that all-important 3rd place in his last ride. So it all depends. Like I said, in this sort of race, with us a strong rider, you want to get a damage 3-all. That's what we got, a damage 3-all. But here we go.
So tapes up and away they go, and Erik Riss has made a great start off the outside. Alfie BOWTELL's there with him. It's very even in the middle of the corner, but we're on for another 5-1 because Riss and BOWTELL have emerged from gate 2 in 1st and 2nd, and they've now got to keep Kye Thompson at bay because the rider in white has packed up at the back. Yeah,
Piper's packed up there. That's a shame at the back there. But the West Colour Gladiators are full throttle now. Erik Riss and Alfie BOWTELL. In fact, Thompson there has gone wide on turns 3 and 4. The dry line is now starting to appear, and the riders are going a lot wider into the corner as Thompson goes wide once again. Looks behind, but there's no one behind him. It's another 5-1 to the Gladiators as they come for the yellow flag. Riss and BOWTELL looking comfortable.
They look very comfortable. Kye Thompson, he's trying out all sorts of different lines. He's going wide, he's going tight, he's trying to find some drive, but he really doesn't have an answer here for either Erik Riss in 1st or Alfie BOWTELL in 2nd. A perfect 5-1 for the Gladiators, and things are really ramping up now for the West Colour Gladiators because that's their 2nd 5-1 in a row. Commiserations to Theo PIJPER, whose machine seemed to stop on the 1st lap, and that was the end of the Dutchman in that race. So he's now looking at the machine trying to work out what's going on, but that's a great ride by both of our riders there, Erik Riss and Alfie BOWTELL. Heat 10 result then, a win in red for Erik Riss, 3 points to him, 2 points to Alfie BOWTELL in blue, 1 point to Kye Thompson in yellow, and no score for the stricken Theo PIJPER in white. 5-1 once again, 36-24, and all of a sudden the meeting has just opened up and the Berwick Bandits are in a world of trouble now. Gate 1 then, Hans Andersen in red. In white in gate 2 is Chris Harris. Gate 3 will be Harry McGURK in blue, looking for his first point of course. And tactical substitute off the outside, Ricky Wells in yellow as the Bandits throw the dice down.
Hans Andersen, who's looking the cleanest out of all the riders there tonight, off of that bogey gate 1. But I reckon if he makes a start, he'll be difficult to catch because he has got this place dialed in. But here we go.
Here we go then with this heat, and it is an important one for the Bandits, that's for sure, as they come to the line. So tapes up, away they go, and from the outside, and somebody's fallen going into the turn. In fact, Harry McGURK has fallen going into the turn. Not sure what happened to him there. He's trying to get himself up, and it doesn't look like he's going to get himself up, Dan.
Bit of a uncomfortable first kind. All 4 back in is the verdict from the referee Tony Steele. So all 4 back in for the rerun. Here we've got the lineup for the rerun of Heat 11, and off the inside once again will be Hans Andersen in red. Gate 2 is Chris Harris in white and Harry McGURK off gate 3 in blue. And that tactical substitute, of course, Ricky Wells off the outside in yellow. And he has got a big job to do because he has got Hans Andersen to try and tame. And if Hans Andersen takes another heat win here, I think that could be curtains for the Bandits. It's very rare you see a rider take a rider placement and a tack sub ride in the same meeting. But that's happened tonight, and hopefully Ricky Wells can do something for the Bandits here tonight with Chris Harris, his team partner. But here we go then, heat number 11, St. Vaskin. Here we go then as they come into line.
And the tape's up, and away they go, and it's another even start, but it's Chris Harris going into the dirt. Hans Andersen's up the inside, and Harris has gone to go round the outside, but Hans Andersen's got him checked. He's keeping him out there. He's keeping him out wide. Harris has switched up the inside. As they come past us, Harris has swept up the inside of Andersen, and Hans Andersen's turned like inside out in the middle of this corner.
And Ricky Wells has taken advantage of it, almost there. Harris there made the mistake for Hans Andersen. Hans Andersen all over the place. Ricky Wells will pounce, but at the moment Chris Harris there looking comfortable in front. McGURK at the back is a 4-2 to the Bandits. As I said, a tactical sub rule is working pretty well, but they want that 5-1.
Once again, Chris Harris doing what he does best, and he is causing problems for the opposing team. And tonight it is the Plymouth Gladiators. He caused Hans Andersen all sorts of problems and almost won his team a 5-1. As it is though, it's a 4-2. A great ride by Chris Harris. Hans Andersen did well to recover from almost coming backwards in the middle of this turn, so he did well to stay on the machine and still score 2 points. But it was a 4-2 to the Bandits. An incredibly tight race, but a very important 4-2 for the Bandits there. The winner in white then was Chris Harris. 3 points to him and a great ride from him. Second place in red was Hans Andersen. 2 points to him. Ricky Wells, 1 point in yellow. And no score for Harry McGURK in blue. 51.38 was the time for Chris Harris. 38.28. We've chipped into that lead. The Bandits have now reduced it to 10 points. And perhaps it's a little bit more manageable now as we go into the latter stages. Will we see any more 5-1s this evening? We're about to find out, because we are lined up for heat number 12, and coming off the inside is Ben Barker in red, yet to be beaten so far this evening. In gate 2 is Dan Thompson in yellow. Gate 3 in blue is Ben Morley, and off the outside in gate 4 is Theo PIJPER for the Bandits.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing this. I say if Hans can gate from that gate 1, that hasn't been really successful as of late, but we'll soon find out what happens when the rides come to line. But here we go, heat number 12, getting close to the business end of the meeting now, Gareth.
Getting there now, and it's very important that they make these starts. You can see how tense they are on the start. So tapes up, away they go, and Ben Barker's made a great start from the inside, and it's Ben Barker that leads. Ben Morley's there in that second. He's trying to clamp the rider in yellow down, but he has made it through. But Ben Barker once again leads the way, and we're on for a 4-2 at the moment.
Well, a great side there from Ben Barker on the inside. Thompson there holding second place, and Morley in third place. Another 4-2 for the Gladiators at the moment, with PIJPER, who missed the start completely on that gate 4 and was nowhere. The battles for second between Thompson and Morley as they're coming to the third lap for this time for the first corner. Thompson and Morley side by side, handlebar to handlebar, near enough. But Thompson there holding that second place as they come around with 1 lap to go. Barker though looking comfortable up front.
Barker is home and dry here, but Ben Morley is crawling all over the back of Dan Thompson. He's desperate for that 5-1. What's he going to do as they go into this last turn? Dan Thompson's gone conservative. He's gone on the inside. He's not going to leave any gaps. Barker's finished, but Dan Thompson does hold on to that second place. Morley in third. Theo PIJPER out the back, but another win. That's 4 out of 4 now for Ben Barker. And he really is doing a fabulous job here for the West Colour Gladiators this evening. Heat 12 result then, a win in red for Ben Barker, 3 points to him. 2 points in yellow for Dan Thompson, a good ride from Dan Thompson there. 1 point in blue for Ben Morley, no score for Theo PIJPER in white. 51.19 was the score, that was the time. The score was 4-2, and it's 42-30 as we get ever closer to another West Colour Gladiators victory. So heat number 13 then, off of gate 1 will be Chris Harris in white. Erik Riss is off gate 2 in red. Gate 3 will be Ricky Wells in yellow, and off the outside is Hans Andersen in blue. As we've got an international feel to this race with a Brit, a German, an American and a Dane coming to the line in this race as he goes away from the start like he often does before the start of a race. He often does this, Dan.
Well, when he did that last time when he guested for us, he was got a 5-1 with Hans, and we all know how that one worked out. But like I said, a very tasty lineup here. You've got long track specialists, grass track specialists, technical track specialists, and Dane Hans Andersen that's been pretty much getting this track dialed in now. But yeah, heat 13 is going to be a tasty one here. 4 big guns. Let's see what happens here.
Harris and Andersen against each other once again. So tapes up, away they go, and Harris has got off of gate 1 very quickly. He's joined by Hans Andersen, who switches up the inside. They race down the back straight, but Harris noses ahead. Hans Andersen's in that second, and crucially in the third place is Erik Riss.
5-1 there, almost, but 3-all to the Gladiators. Riss there hugging the inside line. Ricky Wells is closing the gap on him, but meanwhile Chris Harris looking so far in front. It's to be his second win of the night. Hans Andersen will drop his second point of the meeting, but Harris are looking good out in front. It's all about battle for third between Wells and Riss, as Riss just slightly pulled away there, but Harris looking good.
Harris is looking good here. It's opened up a little bit this race. They've slotted into this even 3-all, and in fact Ricky Wells has pulled up at the back, but Chris Harris is leading once again here. He's come on song at the end of this meeting. He takes another win, but sadly for him, his teammate has already stopped, and it's a 3-all here to the Gladiators, which takes them on to that crucial 45 points. So Chris Harris once again doing the business at the Coliseum. He takes the win, 3 points to him in white. 51.19 was his time. Rider in blue, Hans Andersen, 2 points to him. Erik Riss in red, 1 point to him. No score for Ricky Wells, he failed to finish. It was a 3-all, and that means we are at 45-33 overall in this meeting. And that is a very good score for the Gladiators once again, with 2 heats left. But off the inside here, Harry McGURK in blue. Kye Thompson is in white in gate 2. Michael Toft in gate 3 in red, and Dan Thompson comes into this one in yellow in gate number 4 after a good ride, of course, in heat 12. Dan Thompson will want to follow that up. Obviously, the Bandits manager Gary Flint putting his trust in Dan Thompson in this one. And the riders are being called to the start line. Michael Toft is the last rider to come to line. He is being asked to come to the line as we speak. He'll need some points here to make sure that he can recover from, there's been a little bit of a low par evening for him. So away we go, and into this first turn. It's a great start. Off of 2 for Kye Thompson, who leads. Michael Toft tries to get up the inside. Dan Thompson's having a sniff round the outside. So Kye Thompson leads. Michael Toft's in that second, and he's got a job to do here.
I did say that Thompson will be out that start quite quickly. Toft now switched to the inside, trying to make a long straight on that first and second turn. But meanwhile, it's a 4-2 for the Bandits. It might not be enough for the victory tonight, but Toft there is getting closer to Kye Thompson. Thompson now goes wide. Toft's hugging that inside line. It's oh so close. They come through to the final lap. Thompson is leading, but not by much.
He's going much wider than Michael Toft. He's covering a lot more ground, but there's plenty of dirt out there to hold him up. And Kye Thompson is looking confident in that first place. He's right up against the fence as he leaves bend 2. I think Kye Thompson's got this in his pocket because he takes the win. Michael Toft second. Dan Thompson does hold on to that third, with Harry McGURK fourth. A 4-2 for the Bandits. They'll be pleased with that heat advantage there. Heat advantages have been hard to come by for the Berwick Bandits this evening, but they'll be pleased to have got one there with that great win from Kye Thompson, and Dan Thompson backing him up with that third place. So the official result of heat 14, a win for Kye Thompson in white, 3 points to him. Michael Toft in red, 2 points to him. 1 point to Dan Thompson in yellow, and no score for Harry McGURK in blue. 4-2 on the heat, 47.37 overall, and the heat time was 51.69 as the Bandits come onto the circuit to have a look. Theo PIJPER is pointing to something there. The lineup for heat 15, Ben Barker off the inside in gate 1. Gate 2 is Chris Harris in white, and gate 3 is Erik Riss in blue, and off the outside Kye Thompson in yellow. So a strong looking lineup for both teams here.
Oh man, here we go. Here's the start. Heat 15 coming up.
So tapes up on heat 15. It's an even start, but it's Ben Barker that rolls into the turn first. He goes right up the inside, but he's chased by Chris Harris. Harris goes right round the outside of Ben Barker, going into bend 3. And now what can Ben Barker do from here? Because he has got Chris Harris in front of him.
Oh, now we got a race. Now Barker there holding on the inside. Looks across, see Riss is behind him. Riss is looking behind and sees Thompson. But meanwhile, Chris Harris is out in front. This will be his third win of the afternoon as Thompson goes wide on turns 3 and 4. But Harris there has pulled away from Ben Barker. And Thompson there going wider and wider. He always hits the fence, get past Riss. Thompson's got keep rise on Kye Thompson in 4th place. He's almost going to have Riss. Meanwhile, Chris Harris looking good.
One more lap then for Chris Harris to hold on, and Ben Barker at the moment doesn't look like he's got an answer to him, but Kye Thompson around the outside at the moment for that third and fourth, trying his hardest, but Chris Harris takes the final spoils, goes very wide at the end. Something happened there right at the end there for Ben Barker. So something, his cutout's come off there as he's come past. So Ben Barker's kill switch has gone, the cutout's gone, and the bike's come to a stop. So drama for Ben Barker at the end, but Chris Harris, no doubt about the winner there. He takes a brilliant win for the Bandits. Another popular winner here, Chris Harris. Erik Riss, a great night for him. What a guest he's been here, Erik Riss.
4-2 to end the night.
A 4-2 to end the night, and a great win overall for the Plymouth Gladiators once again. But Erik Riss, he has been sensational this evening. So round he comes.
I make that score 49-41.
49-41 overall. Chris Harris being congratulated down there. Pleased with things once again. So here's the official result of Heat 15. Chris Harris, 3 points to him in white. Erik Riss, 2 points in blue. 1 point for Kye Thompson in yellow, and no score for Ben Barker after the machine came to a grinding halt on the last turn. So no point there. It's 4-2 to the Bandits to finish off. 49 points to the Gladiators. That's what they finish on. And 41 to the Bandits.
What a night. What a way to end the night. I mean, this has been fantastic. Well done to the Gladiators. Congratulations to the Bandits for getting that last win. Final score 49-41.
So a great night from the Gladiators once again, and a very good night for yourself, Ben. Nearly the max.
Yeah, you know, I've done the hard work making the start in Heat 15 and going to second place, and just a cutout come out on the last corner, Stone hit it and popped it out, so let's just change a few things and make sure that don't happen again.
But for the team, obviously, another win here at the Coliseum, and you're starting to look a little bit unbeatable. Well,
that's it. We've got to make this a fortress. You know, no one likes coming in. It's a tight technical track, and you know, Berwick are a good side on paper as well as riding-wise, and we've done what we had to do there to make sure they didn't get any points.
And a break, of course. No Gladiators here next week, which gives you a week off from coming to the Coliseum, and but plenty of away fixtures. But looking forward to getting away and getting on travels.
I'm looking forward to a break, because I did actually break my wrist last Tuesday when I was here in Heat 15, but kept that on the quiet. Yeah,
you have kept that quiet. So you broke your wrist, and that was, of course, when you went wide up the top here. And
that was here, Heat 15 with Troy Batchelor last week, when I crashed and fractured my wrist, and we just kept plugging away and kept putting freeze spray on and kept gritting my teeth.
And of course the Ipswich Witches as well, the stuff you're going up to Ipswich every now and again and riding for them as well. So keeping yourself busy.
Yeah, that's it. You know, I want to keep as busy as I can and keep going. So the more I'm riding, the better I am. So we'll just keep plugging away and getting more meetings. And
you talked about on the Speedway podcast, you talked about the fact that you're racing here down in Plymouth, down at home, and you get to have your family here, your dad's here, your son's here, everyone's here, and that must spur you on a little bit.
Of course it does. You know, it's what it's about, isn't it? It's a family sport. So I want my son to be watching me ride, and he's coming up on Saturday, and hopefully one Saturday when we're having a practice, he'll come up and have a skid. And sometimes he gets to go out before the meeting, and he loves it as much as I do.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Ben. Another good night for the Gladiators. A great night for yourself. So close to that max, and we wish you all the best for the future.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers.
So, thank you very much for joining us for this Gladiators TV production of this championship match. Another win for the Gladiators. Who's going to stop the Plymouth Gladiators? Join us next week when we have the Plymouth Centurions racing here at the Coliseum. On behalf of everyone here at Gladiators TV, I wish you a very good week, and we will see you next week.